Hi guys! On tonight's episode of Jeannie's Kitchen Counter, I'm going to show you how to make linguine with a creamy corn sauce. So let's go over all of the ingredients and items that you're going to need, and let's get started. So what you're going to need is a baking sheet, some corn. I have shucked it and cleaned it. It looks absolutely beautiful. Look how pretty. I have some linguine. Now these are fresh noodles. This is a good brand. I highly recommend it. Much better than the boxed, so if you can, go ahead and get this one. Some Parmesan cheese, salt and pepper to taste, some parsley, and some heavy cream. You're also going to need your handy dandy food processor along with some aluminum foil. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and take this aluminum foil. I'm going to wrap these up, so I'll see you in 2 seconds. This is how it's going to look when you wrap up the corn. Now what you're going to do, you're going to put these in a preheated 350-degree oven for 1 hour and 20 minutes. I'll see you in 1 hour and 20 minutes. All right, so the corn has been out of the oven for about 20 minutes now. I've let it cool some. Now it's just warm to the touch. So what we're going to need at this point, we're going to need a bowl, and we're going to need a little bowl. I already started here, but you're going to need a little bowl that you're going to place on the bottom of this bowl. This here is going to give you some help when trying to get the kernels off. So let me show you how I do it. So just going to unwrap the corn, place it on the little bowl, and you're just going to go ahead and take the kernels off just like that. Very easy, not hard at all. Just be careful. See? There you go. Got a lot of corn up in there. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go ahead and get this all done, get all the kernels off the cobs. Just like that. Now this recipe I got from my mother. She made it a little different, but this here I'm going to dedicate this recipe to my mom. And throw my mom a shout out. Mom, I love you so much. This makes me think of you every time I have it. But once upon a time ago, way back then, I was really picky with my food. I'm a little more open today to foods and stuff, but way back when I was little, I was extremely picky. So my mother always had you know, challenging moments with me when trying to get creative and make me things to eat. So my mother used to make pasta and then use cream of corn, a can of cream of corn, and then put cheese in it. And I thought it was the most delicious thing on the planet. So here, this is my version of that recipe. So Mom, this one's for you. So let's just go ahead and get all this corn off. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and finish up the rest of these pieces, and I'll see you in a few minutes when I'm done. So this is what we ended up with. This bowl is absolutely full of corn. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to take the majority of this corn and we're going to put it in the food processor. All right, so just give me 2 seconds and let's get that done. Now we're going to keep some of the corn behind just because I'm going to add that to the sauce right before we're finished with it. So I want to see the little pieces of corn in the sauce. So like I said, we'll get the majority of this in here, but we'll keep some of the corn behind. Now, for this particular recipe, I do not have any measurements. I am straight up eyeballing everything, okay? Now, to this mixture here in the food processor, we're going to add a little bit of cream. Heavy whipping cream. Just to get things moving. All right, go ahead. Let's get this started. Go ahead and take the lid off and let's see what it looks like. All right, we're going to add a little more heavy cream to this mixture. Like I said, there's no measurements here. We're just eyeballing this. it looks like. This here is the consistency that you're going for, okay? Just like this. Now what we're going to do with this right here, we're going to add it to a pan, or a deep pan if you have one, and we're going to go ahead and start the sauce. So I'll see you on the stove top in 2 seconds. I'm here at the stove top. I've poured out everything that I had into my food processor into this deep pan right here. Now what we're going to do, we're going to have this on a medium-high heat, and we're going to start adding heavy cream. So here I have almost 2 cups, so 1.5 cups. All right, we're just going to start adding it slowly because I want the sauce to be thick, but not too thick. So just add the cream slowly. And just stir as you go. Now, if you want the sauce a little thinner, then add more cream. Now, by no means, I'm all for living a healthy lifestyle, eating well, eating right. This here is a cheat meal, all right? So don't feel bad. It's all right to cheat every so often. All right, so I see how it's getting thinner, but I still need it a little thinner than this. So let's add some more cream. Let's continue to stir. Look how beautiful this looks. Well, it's not that pretty yet, but it's gonna taste damn good. All right. All right, this is looking good. This is looking good. Add a little more heavy cream. Oh, this looks great. All right, let's just go ahead and finish off the heavy cream there. Now at this point, we're going to add the rest of the corn that we were holding. Let's just go ahead and add that in there. Look how nice and chunky that makes it. Now we're going to add the Parmesan cheese, and I have maybe, I'm going to say maybe about a cup worth of Parmesan cheese. Just going to sprinkle it all in there. I'm going to stir this in. Incorporate the cheese into the sauce. Now when this is all said and done, this is going to be delicious. Just continue to stir. Now in the back here, I have some water going for the pasta. Now the pasta you're going to cook as per the directions on the container that it's in. So it's fresh pasta, so it's going to cook in about 4 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes on high. So that water hasn't been salted yet, so I'll go ahead and I'll salt that in just a bit. Now let's go ahead and head on over to the other side of the kitchen real quick. I'm going to go get some tasting spoons. Give me one moment. Okay, now in every good kitchen, you're going to have some tasting spoons. So let me just show you how I hold mine. I just have a bunch of them and I keep them in a little cup. Anytime I'm cooking, I like to have a bunch next to me so I can go ahead and taste as I go. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab one and let's taste this sauce and see how it tastes as of right now. Oh, absolutely delicious. Okay, now what we're gonna do, we're gonna add a little bit of parsley, dried parsley to this, just to give it some color. And I'm gonna say maybe that's about a teaspoon worth, if that. Let's get that in there. I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. Now you're going to add the salt and pepper to your liking. I like this to be seasoned perfectly, but by no means do I want this too damn salty. That's why it's always best to add little by little when it comes to salt and pepper and seasonings and such, just because you don't want to overdo it. You can't take it out once it's in there. Okay, this consistency of the sauce is absolutely perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and salt and pepper this. I'm going to go ahead and cook the pasta, and I'll come back and I'll show you how I played it. All right, so this is what the sauce looks like. I ended up adding another cup worth of Parmesan cheese. So this is the consistency. It's thick and delicious. So over here, I have 2 bowls of pasta. I cooked the pasta just like the directions said. Took maybe about 4 minutes in boiling hot water that has been salted, drained. And let's just go ahead and top it now with some of this beautiful and delicious sauce. Absolutely perfect. Okay, so this here is my version of my mom's recipe, linguine pasta with a creamy corn sauce. Thumbs up, subscribe, and share this video with your friends, and go ahead and leave me a comment down below. All right, thank you so much for watching.